Hello, 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 how is everyone doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the live stream. Hope you're all doing well. As the title suggests, this one is going to be an overview of where we are with Gothic Craft. So me and Crazy are super excited to share this with you. We'll start with introductions as always, and then we will get into it because I think it was about 4 weeks ago since the last kind of reveal or the update. So since then, we've gotten a huge amount of stuff added to this. So yeah, really excited to kind of just get on with this and show you what we've got. Again, as always, please give us your comments, suggestions, ideas, because this mod, although we have got a release date, which I will tell you in a bit, we have got a release date for the mod. It is by no means complete, which is a little bit scary. But it's probably about 90% there. But obviously, so we would like to get some ideas, suggestions. Let us know what you think. Hopefully not too many amendments. Hopefully you like what you see. But yeah, I always like to get people's feedback because, yeah, it's a mod, obviously, that we've made ourselves, but it's mainly for you guys as well. So it's got to work, it's got to look good, and you've got to like it, because if you don't, what's the point? But how you all doing, man? How you all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know what? I think you'll see, Mike, hopefully when we show this tonight, that in terms of like structures and content, it's probably almost there in terms of the pieces. It's just kind of finessing things and getting things in the right locations and making it easy to kind of to use, because that's one thing that we've struggled with. Well, I have personally, is to make it as user-friendly as Castlecraft, because obviously we don't want to have one mod that works completely different to the other one. We are adding some nice new features to this one, so hopefully it will make life a little bit easier. And if people like it, we can also bring that into Castlecraft as well. But yeah, we need some feedback tonight as well. At some point, I will kind of be announcing when this is coming out. We will announce, well, to be fair, I'll do it straight away, I'll let you know. But then we will be looking for some mod testers as well, so we will need a big mix of Xbox, PlayStation and PC. It has been thoroughly tested anyway, but obviously, you know, we've had our eyes around it, so we need a fresh pair of eyes as well. So, and again, PlayStation's probably going to be the big one for us, because I've not got access to that. So it would be good to get someone on PlayStation, or a few people on PlayStation, to give that a test as well and let us know, you know, performance-wise, how's it's running, all that kind of jazz as well. So yeah, let's start with some shout-outs, and then we'll make a start. So Carleen, how you doing? Welcome back as always. Realms Cat, how's it going? We've also got Mikey's Gaming Oasis. How you doing, buddy? Crazy Respawn, how's it going, my man? Shell, welcome back. It's Suzek, how you doing? We've also got Hyper Apex as well, as always. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, a few more shout outs, a few more minutes, and we'll make a start, because yeah, I was bang on time this time. So 7 o'clock, it's probably early where you guys are as well. Wayward Cold, how's it going, pal? How you doing? Hey, Beefy level 5, welcome back. How's it going? Hey, Cyan, how's it going? I do want to wait till we get a few people in, because obviously I will be going through the whole mod, so it would be, I don't want people to say, what did I miss, what did I miss? Amp, how's it going? Am2399, Mark H, welcome back. Professor Reverend, how you doing, pal? Welcome to the stream, buddy, as always. Robin Levy, how's it going? Says, hi, Aaron, love my Castlecraft, can't wait for the Gothic variation. Yeah, hopefully, I hope you like it. I hope you like it. I hope you like it. But yeah, any criticism, I will delete the mod, says Crazy. Funny. Can you imagine? That's crap, that's crap, that doesn't work, that's crap. We don't like this, that's crap. Songbird, how you doing? How's it going? Can't wait to see the update. Yeah, I'm really, like I say, I'm really excited to show it off. It's been 4 weeks since the last one, and yeah, if you watched the previous one, there was quite a bit in there. And one of the things we did say was we want to kind of add to the Courtyard, which we've done significantly as well. So, and there's a lot of deco in there now, in terms of like structure deco, not the deco because that will be coming as a separate mod. And we've got a lot of trim pieces in there as well. So yeah, hopefully there shouldn't be anything that you need to build or finish your castle. It should all be there. Yes, Sierra, we've got a release date, so I'll announce that once we start the stream. Wait for my list, says Cyan. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Hey, Miss Jensen, how you doing? Welcome back. Right, you know what? I think we'll make a start. Before I do, as always, a huge thank you to the sponsor of the channel, that is Nitrado. Without them guys, I wouldn't have the servers that everyone plays on, and also the Build Challenge servers that we play on as well. So huge thank you to Nitrado. If you do want to get your own Nitrado server, there is a link in the description. There's also a channel on my Discord as well. If you click on that link, it basically sends you over to Nitrado and lets them know that obviously I'm giving these shout outs and pushing people their way. So if you could do that, it'd be great. If you want to play on the servers, they're all free to play on, as I said. All you got to do is join the Discord and fill in the roster. Let me know what maps you want to play on, and you'll be good to go. But yeah, without further ado, I think we should crack on with looking at Gothic Craft. What we got? Oh, Mike, as always, mate, literally just started the stream and coming in with the almost obligatory 5 gifted members, painting the chat green as always. Thank you so much, mate. Genuinely appreciate it. So Hyper Apex, welcome to Team Green. We've also got Songbird Gaming as well. And where's everyone else? We've only got 2, and he sent 5. I don't know what's happened. I don't know if YouTube's having a brain fart, but yeah, welcome to those 2 and the other 3, whoever you are and wherever you are. Thank you so much, Mike. Absolute legend. I don't know why them ones didn't show up. But anyway, right, what was I saying? Yes, you know what? Probably the best place to start with this is that we've finally been given a release date from Wildcard and from CourseForge. And that is April the 9th. So in a little over a month's time, so just over 4 weeks' time, the mod will be ready for release, which is a little bit kind of daunting because, as I said, we are almost there, but we've still got a lot of stuff to do. So sometimes it's almost like be careful what you wish for. We wanted it to be released as soon as possible. They didn't give us a start date, and now I'm a little bit worried. So hopefully it's going to be there. But yeah, the plan is to release it on the 9th of April. So that is literally probably about 4.5 weeks away. April 9th, give or take a week, says Crazy. 87 months as well. Absolute legend, mate. Genuinely appreciate your support. I've said this for a long time. And yeah, genuine friendship on the back of that as well. So thank you so much, Bait. And yeah, April the 9th, that's what we're aiming for. So obviously in between then, we're going to need some testers. And obviously we'll be getting that out to everyone. So if you are interested in becoming a tester for the mod, I will reach out to everyone who did help us with Castlecraft first and foremost. But if you are interested, just send me a DM on Discord. Tell me what platform you play on, i.e. PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and if you'd be interested. And yeah, we'll get yous added to the mod and get that out. But yeah, there's a few things we still need to finalise first before we do, because I don't want you testing it and then change. But yeah, in the next week or so, we'll be cracking that. Yeah, a day after Crazy's birthday, and I'm actually on vacation as well, on holiday that week as well. So it might get pushed back, or I might try and get it pushed forward 1 week or so. So 9th roughly is what we're aiming for. Anyway, right, I'm waffling. How you doing? Gift, please. How's it going? We've also got Mr. Curly Attempts Games. How you doing? This is I Volunteer Cyan. Hyper Epic says, Song, Hell, Cyan, Mikey, you Beefy, Carleen, Crazy. I couldn't read that. It's too much. Hey, Breen, how you doing? Right. Okay. Let's get on with this. So a lot of the stuff in here you have already seen. Some people are new here, so obviously that might it might be new to you guys. I'm going to try not go over too much old ground. Hey, White Knight, thank you so much, buddy. 65 months as a member of the channel, and Rex Tier as well, which is absolutely phenomenal. So super excited for this. Keep up the great work, Chest. You're an absolute legend, mate. Genuinely appreciate it. Thank you so much, pal. So a lot of the stuff you've probably seen before, some people might not have, but there's a lot of changes we've made to the original stuff as well. So as I said, I'm going to try not go over old ground. So, but I'll probably have to go over some old ground to show you the new stuff. Anyway, let's crack on with this, and I'll show you what we've got. So obviously we always start with the foundations. I'm not going to place them all down, but I'm going to kind of show you what we've got and how they work now. There's a few additional kind of new functions we added to this, and again I will go through that, but that is kind of courtesy of as you probably know, we do a lot of work with Sandy on some of the kind of official mods, and obviously worked with Sandy for quite a bit of time in the background as well. So he was kind enough to allow me and Crazy to use the new radial wheel that him and Hyper have developed for his mods. So again, it's quite nice of him to allow us to use that in not just this one, but adding that to other mods as well that we've done. We've also added some additional functionality to that wheel as well. So hopefully when you see this tonight, it should make life a little bit easier, especially when you're skinning, and especially when you want to change things like variants and materials and all that kind of stuff. So I've got Crazy here to help me out in the chat. I'm sure I'll miss something, but I'm sure he'll keep me right as well. AKA he's going to show everything. Absolutely, absolutely. Right, okay, so first and foremost, you'll probably notice when you go over the cosmetics tab, there's some new kind of items in here. At the moment, I believe, or when I say I believe, I do think it's going to be more realistic that we are going to only have a castle set. We will have a courtyard set, a decor set, and a trim set. So there's no village or town with this one. There might not even be a village or a town. We might go for something else. But at some point after release, we'll probably bring out one additional set. But at the moment, it'll be a full-blown castle set with a courtyard / exterior. So that's why you'll see on here, we've got two different versions of this. We've got like more of a stone and the metal. So that'll probably combine, or it might be two separate ones. Again, we still haven't decided on which way we're going to go with this one. But we'll show you this anyway. So let's start with the castle set. And we'll work our way through it, I guess. Again, as I said, let's start with foundations. Keeps it easy for me to remember where I am. I've picked a nice area on the centre that's got a lot of space, so hopefully we ain't going to run out of flat ground, because it is nice to get them all in there in a nice little row as well. Not excited about having to wait another 5 weeks. Yeah, you know what? Me and you both, but what I will say is it's like, in a way, it's a bit of a blessing, because we've now got a bit of time to make sure that it's up and running and it's working, to a hopefully a highish standard, you know. That's the plan. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, White Knight? I always love the decos. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, the plan will be as well, hopefully, I mean, we've already got 5 weeks, we might have to release the deco mod after, or very limited in terms of the pieces. I'm not going to lie, this one's took a lot longer than Castlecraft. I think because I think we've been a bit, I think we've got a bit overboard, but I think it'll be worth it. 9th, Mark, 9th of April, that's when it's going to be released. Yeah, exactly. So some of the new stuff, what I'm probably going to be doing is, as Crazy said, like a quick and dirty build. So kind of show you kind of what our thought process was with the pieces, rather than you having to kind of figure out what you do with them yourselves. So yeah, we'll be doing that as well. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly place a couple of these down so you can see. I've just done that twice in a row. Took away the wrong one. Yeah, you know what? I'd like that. I'm glad you said that, Gift, because that's kind of what we were going for. I'd rather, with Castlecraft, if you remember, there was quite a few different updates, and we changed things on the fly. So it was released, and then we were changing like window locations and stuff, and obviously we got a bit of backlash from that, rightfully so, that, you know, people's builds, kind of skins were in different locations and stuff. So we want to try and get this as polished and as finished as we can, so we're not making any amendments as we go. What do you mean, quick and dirty? Everything Aaron does is precise and perfect. I don't know about... Yeah, touche, Songbird, touche. Right, okay, so very, very quickly, variants. And I was told that the carpet did cause us problems last time in the stream, so I will zoom into it and we'll stay still. So, in terms of the castle itself, we've got 4 different types of materials. We've got the standard kind of clean stone. We've got the more kind of checkered stone. So these are pretty much like interior as well. We've got a very kind of shiny, nice marble effect. as well as, I think we showed you this last time, we do have a carpet. What's cool now is because we've now got this radial wheel, we can do a few cool things with the materials rather than having to keep switching through different variants. So let me just quickly show you with this here. Everything shell will be 100% paintable. One thing I will say is that if you do like paintable what's going on with the glitchy? If you do like paintable items, you'll be in for a good surprise, because Wildcard are being very, very strict and stringent now on painting and paint regions. And one of the big things you've got to prove to them for them to accept it, I would say, or verify it as a mod, that every item has to be fully paintable. So if you don't have items that are fully paintable, they're basically going to be saying it's not worth the $5, it's going to be reduced in price. So I think what you'll probably find because of this is you're going to see a lot more kind of quality mods coming through. And very similar to kind of like the official mods. So, you know, how everything they bring out, like Bob's Tall Tales, are fully paintable and have for all the regions. That's something they're asking for modders to do now. So yeah, you should see there's going to be a vast improvement of mods, or you'll find a lot of mods that were going to be $5 have been reduced to $2 as well. So again, win-win. You might get cheaper mods out of that as well. So yeah, all good. So again, all I'm going to be doing here just quickly is switching these to show you what we've got. So I think that's going to show it off. Right, okay, so you can use the paint the gun, as I've been doing there, Sandy's gun, which is great. But you can also now, if you go into the skin sections, you'll notice now the radial wheel is slightly different to the standard one. We have a variance option, material setting, we have a copy and paste functionality, we have a reset, so you can reset all the skins back to standard, and we have a save and a load settings. I will go through these and how they work and where you can use them, but this should make building so much easier, and especially the skin inside of it. So your variants, you have a full list of the variants. That's what you're probably used to at the moment, but you've now got this option here where you can just cycle through them individually as opposed to through the radial wheel. Or you can go through them individually as they're kind of labelled, and it tells you kind of which one's selected. So that's kind of pretty straightforward. I really like the carpet, just wish it was white so the paint would come through. But yeah, we've got a lot of workarounds now for a lot of things that everyone's been asking for during these streams. Right, so that's the first option, the variants. I will go through the copy and paste in a bit. So this has only got one variant as before, but now on your marble, we've got two variants of this now as well. So if we go to material settings, this is the new bit, which is quite cool. Within your material settings, you've got different options. So you can see there we've got marble, we've got carpet, and we can now toggle the weather as well. I will go through that in a sec, because that is going to fix a few issues with the official stuff. But if we go to marble, we've now got a light version of the marble. So the beauty with this is you're not having to cycle through lots and lots of variants. You can place the whole thing down and then just change the actual material on that. So we've added a new version of that, but again, it's just done through the materials as opposed to the variants. Hopefully that makes sense. It's exactly the same with the carpets as well. So if you go to the carpet, go to material settings, go to carpet, we've now got different variants on there as well. And the beauty with this is, if we ever add new variants to the mod, we don't affect the location they are. So, you know, you don't have to reskin anything. We can just add it as a new material. So this should hopefully make updates to the mod easier for everyone, but make it easier for everyone to build as well. So if you want a blue carpet, you hit blue, and it turns it to a blue carpet. It is a different pattern as well. Again, I'm just going to show you the versions we've got. So we've got a blue carpet, we've got a green carpet, and we've also got a purple carpet. I'm not going to keep moving because obviously the compression's great, is a nightmare. But yeah, so place your first carpet down, and then you can literally change the material to whatever colour you want, or whatever colour. So again, it's going to make it so much easier rather than to cycle through lots and lots and lots and lots of variants. You place one variant down and you change the material on that as well. So straight away, from having 4 variants, we've now got, what's that? 4, 5, 6, 8, just with the material change. So again, pretty cool. I think that's going to help out a lot. The other things we can do with this as well, which is quite nice with this gun, reel, is you click on your options. We can now go to copy, and you can copy this to all link structures. You can copy to, in a small area, a large area, and a huge area. So what that will do, though, that will change everything that is skinned as a carpet that is linked to red. So I'll quickly show you this. So copy this to everything that's linked, and you can see that's changed pretty quickly. Now that's great for a massive quick build in a quick area if you want to change everything. What you can also do as well, so you can also do like a copy and paste. So as an example, if we go to this carpet, we like this as a piece, we go to the save and load. We can save the current settings, and then we can move over to the other element and go to load, and that will add that to this piece. So this is just exactly the same as copy and paste, but it's all done through the same radial wheel. So you can literally, I will show you this now, you can literally, if you wanted to, go to here, 2 ways, go to copy nearby, copy all in an area, and that will change everything in an area to that one. Yeah, copy and save is called load. Copy and paste is called load and save. So yeah, lots of different things you can do. You can change everything in one go, or you can literally copy and paste whatever you want. So as an example, let's say we've gone to, I don't know, this guy. Again, just show you what we did before. We'll go to save that, and then we'll change this just by going to load. So that's the copy and paste. Hey Sandy, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Or you can literally, if you wanted to, again, I am going to go through this a few times. Let's go to a large area. There we go, and everything will change to that one there. So yeah, loads of different ways in which you can kind of skin things pretty quickly. I will actually, whilst we're here, I will show you the weather system we've added to this as well. But yeah, if you if you skin your whole base like that, then yeah. And again, if you've got something like, and I will show you some of the other pieces, if you've got like a door where you want to change the brass to iron, and you've got a different colour and all that kind of stuff, you can copy that one as well, and then paste that one to change all the variants, all of the materials, all that kind of stuff as well. Mike, how you doing, pal? Says, are you purposely trying to make the showcase video over an hour long to cover everything? Absolutely, Mike. That's what we like to see. But you know what? It's a very comprehensive mod, which is exactly what we want. So the reason why we've added the what's all this? The reason why we've added the weather system to the radial wheel is there's a current bug at the moment. We have raised this with wildcard, so, and this with official skins as well, that if you place an item down in the snow biome, they've obviously added this new system with Lost Colony, whereby if you put a roof over it, which is great, the hey, oh, he must have been from come here. The floor changes, which is great, so you haven't got the weather inside your base anymore, well, on the floors only. The issue is, and this is with their skins as well, when you skin an item, the first variant changes to have no weather on there, but when you cycle through the variants, you can... They fixed it. You know what? You know what? That is, they've fixed 2 things now that we've had. So they've fixed the skin regions on multiplayer, and they've fixed this one as well. there's only one more. So me and Crazy have been speaking to their quality team just recently, and there's 3 bugs that we found which affect skins predominantly. One was the different kind of paint regions on online. When you're playing online, that's been resolved, and they've also fixed this one as well. The only other one that they need to fix now is the corruption on the skin. So hopefully, holy crap, hopefully they can fix this. So right, okay, it doesn't render the weather system pointless, because what you can also do with this. So here, good example. This is a really good example. Their weather system only affects your foundations. So again, if you're building a base inside, imagine this is an internal wall that is going to be covered with snow. So you can keep your external walls covered with snow, but then what you can also do using this radial wheel is go to your material settings, go to toggle weather, and then disable the weather. Now what that allows you to do is have internal walls now without snow on them. So again, it just gives you so much more variety and variation on this. So you might want something where it's always going to be covered by snow or rain or always get wet, but there might be certain things that is outside that you don't want to have rain on as well. So if it's an exterior item, so again, like so, if we go to this without the roof being on there, we can physically go to the weather and switch it off. So again, it gives you loads of options, loads of flexibility. Yeah, rain as well. Yeah. yeah. So there's a load of things you can do. But you know what? I'm just so glad now that you know what? If anyone's got any bugs, send them our way, because we seem to have a direct channel now, a route to getting these resolved. So yeah, happy. I'm over the moon with that, Crazy. I genuinely thought that would never get done. So but yeah, so within the materials options, you can change different materials, but you can also now switch on and switch off the weather system as well. So yeah, that's really threw us off. So Shell, the last one is corruption, and they did say they're looking into that. So you know, hopefully we get 3 out of 3. That would be phenomenal. So yeah, I'm just gonna quickly do this again so you can see. Again, if I want to change that, go to material settings, go to the carpet, change the color. So again, there's super quick, super easy. Carpet, we go for green. Material settings, carpet, let's go for purple. There we go. 4 at the moment. Same with this. Again, you go to the marble, material settings, change the marble, change the light. There needs to be an igloo mod. That'd be cool. I don't know. That's a good. Ooh, let's get rid of them. Does it? I don't know. That's a good point, Realms Cat. Let's quickly test that then. Let's test that. You might be right. So it does. So it does. A little gold leaf in that marble would look great. I think there is gold in there. There is gold in there. Oh god, I'm getting lost. Getting lost. where there I was building over here. There is gold in it, Mike, I'm sure. It's hard to see, but yeah, there is gold. So Curly, that is something that Sandy is actually working with Wildcard on to try and introduce something like that. So fingers crossed, that could happen. Yeah, squinting. It's definitely gold. is definitely gold. It's easier to see on the black, but the same the same things is there. Right, okay, so I'm just going to quickly show you these as well. So we've got, as you'd expect, we do have the quarter variants of these as well, and there's a few of them, as well as the quarter variants of the carpet. So yeah, just going to quickly whiz through these. There we go. Right. And again, one thing we did add to this, there's two different variants of the marble. So again, you can create this again, the same pattern, or you can create a completely different pattern with that if you so wished. But again, because of the variant, the material selector we've got, you can add some extra kind of options with this as well. So let's just quickly add this and switch these to white. There we go. So again, are they the same? I think they are. There we go. They're different. So again, just so many options in terms of what you can do with the materials just by adding like 1 or 2 items down using that radial wheel. Out here playing to my weaknesses with gold. I thought I was your weakness, says Iva. That's funny. Right, let's go. So yeah, super quick, super easy. So yeah, that's the standard foundations and the quarters. Tell me if you want me to move on. I'm happy to jump ahead, but again, as I said, it's been a while, and there's some new faces in here as well. So it would be nice to get everything showcased. But again, if you want me to speed up, I'm happy to speed up. But I think you'll only be cheating yourselves. Right, let's go. Hey, Jay Dayton, how you doing, buddy? I am seeing faces, yes, I am. I'll put 2 of these next to each other. And I am going to change it to the other option as well. There we go. And it's the same with the carpets as well. I'll not go through. In fact, I probably could. We could do that, couldn't we? We could do that. Watch your stream for as long as it takes. What am I doing? Even if I saw the others, there are still new additions that are awesome. Yeah, good stuff. And you know what? To be honest with you, it is probably good for me as well, because I can go back to stream and see everything back myself. What works, what doesn't work, that type of thing. But anyway, so here we go. There we go. And I'll just change one, just so you can see. We'll change that to blue. There we go. So that's it, yeah. So in terms of materials, we've got standard stone, we've got diamond stone, we've got 2 marble effects, and we've got 4 different carpets. Obviously, they don't look great when they're by themselves, but if you put them in a build, they look so good when they're up alongside each other as well. So that is the that's the foundations. Let's just quickly add a few walls and stuff now as well, because we've got some cool additions to the walls. Again, I'm not 100% sure what I did show you on the previous stream, but hopefully you'll get to see some cool new stuff, because there's a lot being added in terms of material switching as well, which makes the whole thing look completely different to what it did previously. Yeah, I appreciate that, Songbird. Well, back to work I go. Hope you have a great stream. Don't forget to hit the like button. Oh, Mike, thank you so much, pal. Honestly, as always, genuinely appreciate your support. Cheers for the gifted members. And yeah, have a good day at work if you can, man. If that's even a thing. Baha, how you doing, mate? Welcome back. God, I've got to get rid of that. You know what? These things aren't going to be perfect. I always want these streams to go, like, swimmingly. But realistically, let's be honest with you. It is what it is. It's as Crazy said, it's rough and dirty, or quick and dirty. Right. There we go. So let's stick a couple of walls down, and we'll go through them with you. So I'm gonna flip these because it makes life easier. So, the walls themselves are very straightforward, very basic, but within the walls, on the back side, or the inside, we've now got a couple of variants. So, we've got a double arch, and we've got a trim piece. Again, I'll show you kind of what you can do with these a little bit later on. But again, the whole idea is just to make the interior of your builds a little bit kind of more flamboyant, is probably the best word. Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, that's a good point, Crazy. We can do that as well. We'll get that painted. But yeah, so standard. I do want to. We do want to add a few more variants in terms of these walls. But again, I can show you kind of some ideas we've got in terms of like what you can do with this so far. But yeah, there's the walls. And again, you do have the option to toggle the weather. And the other option we've now got on all the stone pieces is, so we've got the stone walls, and we've also got the kind of like the detail, as we call it. You can also go into your stone now and change the exterior part of it, or the flat part, to a more weathered stone. So again, it completely changes. And when I show you some more of the external pieces, you'll see just how much that can actually change the look of the build. But again, we've now got a more weathered with moss and, you know, bits of crap, as I call it, on that as well. So again, rather than have to cycle through loads and loads and loads of different variants, all you need to do is go to the materials section within there and just literally toggle to either weathered or standard as well. And again, if you are happy with this, you want this to be your standard piece, all you do is copy that and you can paste that across all of the other stone walls. And again, you know, let's say you've got 2 stone walls here, and we've changed this one and we've added the weather system. We like this. Rather than changing them all, this will be much easier and better, I think, for like things like Windows. But if we go to save the settings on this one, you'll see here we can just change this quite quickly when we load it. It adds all of the new materials and the variant as well to that particular item or that particular wall. So yeah, it's quite a cool little feature, and it works so well. Angel721, thank you so much as always for the $5 super chat. Absolute legend. Says, have you said when this will be released yet? I'm so excited. It's going to be out, hopefully, in and around, as Crazy just mentioned, April the 9th. Yeah. Thank you so much. Right, I'm going to put this back to normal. There we go. Until we move on to the other bits. So, couple of things that's been added to the doors. So, a lot of people did ask to add a few different variations to the doors. So, we have listened and we have done that. So, not huge changes, but one of the things that was asked for, especially on the taller doors, was a bit of a lintel or a lip. So now we've got a new variant of the door, which is this one here. So that's your standard. We've got a one with a lintel. We've got an arched door. And we've also now got a more kind of like fancy arched door. And again, it's only an initial variant, but for us, it's like you've now got, you know, this could be your external doors. These could be your internal doors. Just a bit more variety. And as Crazy said, yes, these are also compatible with Castlecraft as well. So if you like these door frames and you like the Castlecraft doors, mix and match. Beefy, I'm not sure. We haven't tested it with other mods yet. We've only really kind of tested it with our own. So yeah, maybe something worth having a look at? I have Hyper working on a few changes for the variant gun, so it should be. Keep us posted, Sandy, on that one, because that'd be amazing if that was the case, pal. And yeah, again, I did thank you. I don't know what time you came in, but we did thank you obviously for allowing us to kind of use this within the mod, you and Hyper. And yeah, it's been a bit of a game changer, to be fair. I just talked Vino into using Castlecraft for his new Astrios build. Good man. That's what I like to see, Baha. Love it. Absolutely love it. And yeah, so these here, exactly the same as before. If you go to the weather system, you can disable it. These will have, so again, this is the bit that I'm busy working on at the moment. These will also have the stone options as well, because again, if it's outside, you can weather it, that type of thing. But we need to go through every single piece individually to put them in. But same with this. We've got doors as well. We've got lots and lots and lots of doors. So standard door is this guy here. Got a more fancy door, and these have changed slightly, and then we've got 2 arched doors, I believe. Yes, 2 arched doors. And again, just like the rest of the pieces in here, again we've got options to change the materials. We can also change the wood on these to light or dark. So again, rather than lots of different variants, we've got 2 different colors of the wood. You can change the wood. You can also change the metal from iron to brass as well in there. So yeah, loads of different variations in terms of what you can do with this as well. So let's go back to iron, because I do like the iron personally. But yeah, dark wood and light wood as well. And again, each one's got its own, you know, different kind of parts that can be done. Light wood, dark wood, brass, you know, that type of thing. Back to iron. So yeah, there's your standard doors. And again, I'll just quickly whiz through these as well. I think there's 5 of them. Could be wrong. Yeah, well, I didn't even notice that, crazy, but yeah, you've got to just bear in mind, as I said, this isn't 100% complete yet, so a lot of the stuff in terms of like what's switching and what's not switching, what's on the radio wheel, that will be added. We need to go through each piece completely individually. The reason why these are flipped is because these ones are flipped and these ones weren't, but shouldn't be a problem. So again, that was something a lot of people asked for, a lintel on top of this one here. Again, some people use these doors, and that's why we've kept this one as well. Just quickly show you. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Dragon Soul Gamer says, sorry I'm tuning in late. Do the windows have a stained glass? Yeah, well, you'll see. Not yet, but they will have. And the Reverend, as always, genuinely appreciate your support. You do this each and every stream, painting the chat green every time with gifted members, and coming in with you know, $25 donations like that, which is absolutely mental. Thank you so much, pal. This week, the donations for you for all the work on this amazing looking mod. You're a legend, man. Absolute legend, Reverend. Thank you so much, pal. You've got to make an Eskimo mod. You know what? That would look pretty cool, to be fair. I wouldn't mind attempting something like that. Right, doors. So again, we're trying to keep them so they're very similar. You've got a basic, lintel, arched, fancy arched. Basic, lintel, arched, fancy arched. The reason I put another one in there is because there's extra doors in this one. So yeah, quick. Stick them on so you can see them. And again, the idea will be is everything should stay very similar in terms of the order of stuff. So hopefully you get used to where things are, your favourite ones, all that kind of stuff, you know. Arched 1, arched 2, and we've got an arched door with a window as well. There we go. So they are, and again, just like before, I'm not going to do this for everyone, but I want to kind of show you that you can you know, you can just quite quickly change, rather than paint it, just change the material itself. And again, these are cool because if you put a wall over the top of it, you know, you've now got a lintel kind of a little bit higher up. Whereas normally you wouldn't have that. Most mods have them like across the top. So again, we've tried to make it so that it does look quite unique, and also your walls aren't looking as kind of flat and bare like they are a lot of the time when you're adding doors. Next, we've got the double doors, or the double doors. So we have made some changes to these as well. I say doors, I meant door frames. God damn it. What am I doing? I'm getting excited. Hey, Savannah, how you doing? How are you doing? Ah, Colleen! Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the 20. You're an absolute legend. Says, well, since I can't give Team Green, damn YouTube, have a request for the Declo mod and a garden hoe to go with the shovel. Call it the Goodwill hoe. And it will be glorious. Send me a DM, though, on my Discord, because I will forget. But yeah, you know what? More than happy. More than happy. More than happy. Yeah. The hoe and the shovel. What a combo. Right. So. Lintel. Non-lintel, but I will go back to that. We've now got a fancy arch as well, which is pretty cool. And this one here, the non-lintel, we've slightly changed this so that it is straight. Because what a lot of people do is they use these for like pillars or kind of walkways and stuff. So with this, now that it's straight, what you could do, as an example, and again, I did say I kind of show you kind of what our thought process was with these. If you change these like this, put a few of them together. I mean, you could make a big door, could be a big window, but ultimately you could do archways as well, very, very quickly, just with a couple of door frames. You know, so that works. That works pretty well, also. And again, we do have a few door variants for this as well. So let's just stick them in, see what we've got. Yeah, we got a few of them as well. So there we go. Again, I think we've got enough doors and enough door frames to make each build look a little bit unique rather than being the same ones throughout. And as I said, you can change all the variants, you can change all the metal, you can change all the stone, stone if it's got stone and all that kind of stuff. Has this got the stone switcher on here? Let's have a quick look. No, not yet. Okay. I believe we have enough. I believe we have enough. Glass wall, yeah, Cyan, great. It's a great shout. It's been requested, so I do think. Yeah, there we go. Oh, you just put them all on. All right, good stuff, Crazy. Good stuff. Right, that's the doors. That's the that's the doors. That's the walls. Next thing we'll look at is the windows. I don't know how many there is, but we'll figure it out. This is new. So we've now got a little slit window. So this was brand spankers. Again, I'm just going to quickly put them all down. Let's see where we are. $300 windows. Not as many as that, but we do have. I'm not gonna lie. We do have quite a few. We do have quite a few. But we've also got some even cooler windows as well. So I will show you them when we get to the trim. Oh, come on, Aaron. So again, we've got two large windows. And again, top, middle, and bottom. Pretty much, you're pretty all used to now with these mods. So there we go. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 9, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 windows in total, but obviously a few more variants. However, so now we've got this radial wheel. What we could do, because one of the issues we have, yeah, exactly, it is quicker. So, you know, you go here, go to the variant, and just choose. You've got all these options. You know, you've got large top, large middle, large bottom. So again, you could literally use the radial wheel. I'm just showcasing because you can see it in real time. So this is probably where the radial wheel comes into its own in terms of like when you've got lots and lots of variants. You'll get used to where your favorite one is. However, what you can also do, let's say we want to recreate this wall, but a bigger version of it. That's a bit of a nightmare, even with the radial wheel, to be fair, right? So normally what we do is we add all these windows and then we skin them. And then we have to go up each one individually and change it. What we can do is literally go to this one here, save it, and now we literally go to, we can either just paste it every time, or what we can do is, if these weren't connected, go to here, go to copy nearby, all the link structures, and it'll change them all to that. Bear in mind these weren't here, and then all you do is change one of them to a different variant. It just gives you a lot of flexibility. Things it's somewhat. If this was a tower and you had, you know, 5 windows down there, 5 windows down there, 5 windows on the side, you would just literally change them all to the middle, and then just change the top and the bottom. If that makes sense. So yeah, hopefully it's going to make life a little bit easier. It's still not ideal when you've got like tons and tons and tons of variants. But it is a little bit easier to kind of manage. I mean, the gun works really well, and I'm used to using the gun. But again, if your favorite window, you know, your favorite window is the last one on the radial wheel, that can become a bit of a nightmare. But if you copied it and then just saved it, then moving forward, every window you place down, you just literally paste it all as you go. Just gonna delete that. It's ruining my my aesthetics. So again, let's say this is my favorite window, and I've done a load of these throughout the build. My recommendation would be you place your windows where you want them, and then all you do is you copy the one you want. So again, save it, and then just paste it, skin it, and then just paste it. So yeah, super quick. Is the weather still on these? Let's have a look. Nope. It does have copy and paste, to be honest with you. I mean, obviously, so the only problem with that though, Baha, and here's the issue: if you use custom code like Fernandez has done, then this gun doesn't work. So again, yeah, at the moment we've got the copy and paste in the radial wheel. I get it. You know, you could just press a button. Yeah, well, Sandy, I'll send you a DM after this, mate, or we can have a bit of a chat because I know what people's after. So yeah. I think, as I said, the issue you've got is, you know, if you bring out one of Fernandez's, yeah, I'll quickly show you because I'm sure I've got it. I'm sure. Where is it? There we go. So let's just quickly bring in something on the deluxe. There we go. So the radial, the gun doesn't change anything. Obviously the copy and paste works. So you've got to literally go through the variants one by one. Copy, this gun doesn't work, whereas with this, it rattles through, you know. So it's how we can incorporate that type of, just get rid of the dust. No one likes the dust. It's how you can incorporate that type of functionality, but also keep the variants gun to work. Because for me, and I might be wrong, but for me personally, I prefer to be able to toggle through using the variant gun. Yeah, you know what? Great point. I hate the dust. Good point, Crazy. Right, we don't like the dust. It's outside. It's always going to be there. It's always going to cause us problems. Go to material settings, toggle the weather, switch it off. There we go. Right, there we go. Material settings, toggle the weather, switch it off. There we go. And then what we could do, we could literally material set, copy to all linked structures, and turn it off everywhere. All these foundations that are linked, it'll turn them all the same and switch that off. So there we go. That's a quick way of doing it. But it won't rain on there, it won't snow on there. So again, works super well. I'm gonna lock Aaron, Crazy Fernandez, and Sandy in a room for 10 hours and see what absurd mega compilation compatible monster shakes. Can you imagine? Yeah. Do you know what though? I think what you'll find is everything's there. There's a lot of mods out there. Everything's there. It's just not all put together. It does. It does. It does. So I'm out of render. And I'm back. There we go. So there we go. Windows. Right. Where do we go next? I know where we go next because there's some new stuff to show. Okay, so let's go for pillars, and we'll go for quarters and railings. So 2 quarters. We've got the standard quarter, and we've also got your little quarter. So that's really great for your if you're using the quarter or the half roofs to be able to fill that little gap. That's in there as well. So yeah, that works super well. Railings, I'm going to quickly show you them, and then we'll go through the pillars. So I'm only going to show you. In fact, I could show you the angled ones. Trust is all the angles line up and the work, you know. So Mark says, "Arc build junkie, gotta have your buzz, your fix, you're the best build." Nah, you know what? I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Saying that though, I've not built for a long time, so like I'm good. I can build straight stuff now. That's it. I find it funny how he spent months getting Aaron to use the gun, and now he won't let it go. You know what? I'm a creature of habit. You've all known that for a long time. Right, okay. Variants. There's your standard. So we got the standard. We've also now got a large arched version. Again, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there's a larger version of that as well. And we've also got nice, new, shiny iron railings with chains on them. So again, they are your castle railings for now. Aaron's come last place in every single one of his contests due to the lack of... You know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I do know that the stone works on these ones. So material settings, we've got Or it did. It is on one of them. There we go. Weathered stone. So there we go. So you can see kind of straight away, looks like you've pretty much got 6 different railing sets there with the 3. Half sloped, half slopes, half slopes, half slopes, half slopes, says Beefy. Well, funny you mention that. Funny you mention that. Half sloped, there we go. Same with this. And also same with the chains as well. So yeah, we have got halves, we've got quarters, we've got quite a bit, we've got everything. We've got the lot. We've got the lot. Change that back. Also as well, again with these metal ones, as I said, you've got still metal variations. You can change these to brass. So again, pretty cool. So what I do love about this now is that, you know, you've got... Normally I have to cycle through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get to this. Now you just place it down and just make them look different and unique based on the material itself. So back to iron. There we go. So yeah, there's the railings. Colleen, thank you so much, as always, for stopping by, and I appreciate your generosity. Sadly, I have to go to work. People aren't going to rub themselves. Yes, they'll not. But yeah, enjoy work, and thank you so much, as always. I appreciate you, and I'll see you hopefully on another stream. Colleen, legend. What do we got? Is it the 9th of April yet? Says Mr. Curly. Yeah, I'm hoping it goes a little bit slower because I'm worried. I'm worried. There we go. Ever so slight. Oh, there we go. Yes, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. But yeah, so there's the quarter walls and the railings in this set. Next thing I want to show is the pillars. I can't even remember how many pillars we have. Like, how many do we have? I think we've got 3. Is that right? Right, okay, so let's just quickly cycle through. So there we go. So the standard one's there. Let's get rid of that. In fact, let's make it easier to view afterwards as well, because I want to showcase everything at the end as well. So let's just quickly just do it like this, so you can get to see everything together. There we go. That's pretty easier. Have we got these enabled yet? Yes, we have. So again, massively different just by adding the different variants to it. The material, sorry. Again, I don't know how well this shows up on stream, but it is super detailed in terms of what it looks like, the weathered stuff. And again, I don't need to showcase the beams because they are the same. There we go. So yeah, standard pillars. We will obviously be adding more as we go, but in terms of the kind of standard offering, that's what we've got with the castle, with the pillars. Next thing I want to show you is what else have we got? We've got the sloped walls, which we can whiz out now as well. We've got the ceilings. Again, I'll just rattle through them. Quarter ceilings. And then we'll get into the good stuff. So again, two variants of the slope walls, standard and windowed. And the ceilings. So I'm just going to put them just quickly. Was a few, just so you can see. No, can you imagine that? I don't think I'd be able to figure it out. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly, I've talked to death about this, just quickly showing you what you can do. So again, what you'll find is all of the ceilings, especially the first variant of the ceilings, is matched to the foundation. And again, reason behind that is, if you're building a base and you run out of flat ground, you can use pillars. You can build. Yes, we've got all of that. Shallow sloped walls. We do have them as well. One variant at the moment. There we go. So yeah, and again, it's exactly the same as before with your carpets as well. So if you're building a big base and you run out of space with foundations and you've got to use pillars, you can still build your internal kind of floors using the ceilings as well. So I'm just going to quickly... There we go. Yeah, so yeah, again, you've seen that. There we go. So again, all the variants of carpets are there. All of the quarter walls and quarter ceilings as well are the same. So again, similar to your foundations, if you are building a foundation and you've gone for, that design or that design, even the carpets, again, they line up as well. So yeah, we've just tried to make it so that most of the stuff is as seamless as possible. Again, as Crazy said, you've probably seen a lot of this stuff. I'm just going to quickly waz them down. Hello, mister. You alright? And again, variants on this as well. So there's so many different things you can do. Change it to light. All good. We have the little doors as well. So we've got the spiky door. And we've also got the, kind of like, I don't know, portcullis style door, I guess. There as well. Under the ceilings, so yeah, they do match. So you've got like kind of, these ones are a bit more flamboyant, and these ones just match the actual, the floor. Again, you can change the colour of the wood as well. So, but yeah, again, as I said, feedback, as soon as we start getting this out for people to test, once we get enough feedback, there'll be a few things potentially changed, but ultimately most of it's kind of like there or thereabouts. And again, we've also got your doors, your barn doors, or whatever they're called. Two variants of these. Again, I don't know how well these show up on stream, but they look pretty cool with the metal and the stud work and stuff. And then obviously there's your standard one. as well. Okay, right, next. We're now getting to the good stuff. We're now getting to the good stuff. Nope, we haven't done the stairs yet. We haven't done the stairs yet, Shell, and there's a lot of them, which is great because of the new structure, the new material variants. So yeah, so let's just you know what? Let's go to the stairs, should we? Let's do them here. Why not? Why not? There we go. Come on. Go the way I want you to go. So frustrating. I don't know why my OCD makes me want to have these facing that way. Don't know why. Don't know why. Right, okay. Stairs. Stairs. So that's your kind of standard, box standard variant of the stairs. And they do match the interior staircase, foundations and ceilings. That's the idea. But then you've got loads of options with these as well. So the first one we've got is the ability to, in fact, you know what? So you can compare. Let's go like that. There we go. Could you do a variant for the sloped walls with a quarter window like the Frontier skin? So it kind of does that. I mean, we could do it so it's got like this shape, because it obviously has to be it has to be Gothic. So we could do it so it kind of has the arch in there. Or do you mean like a square? Amp. Is that what you mean? Right, okay, so these are so cool. Right. We've got a stair carpet on there with a runner, which looks amazing in my opinion. And we've also got a full stair carpet as well with obviously bronze runners. Because we've now got the material switcher, you've literally got 4 of them for 8. You got 9 different variations of stairs. So again, I'll just quickly change the material on this one. We're going to change that one to purple. So we've now got a purple staircase, and we'll change this one to, I don't know, let's go with blue. There we go. So we've got stairs with carpets and runners. Let's go green then. We'll go green. Let's go green. Sorry. Let's go green. There we go. So we've got that there. We got that there. We've also got the same, which is, as I said, great to see. We've got the same for your small stairs, which I'm not gonna lie, they look so kind of like so cute, like full, tiny little stair with obviously the runners on. Looks looks so cool. So Bessa, how you doing? And I don't think we haven't got the runner, but again, change that. Materials, carpet, let's go for blue. So yeah, so many different variations of this. Same with these. It's insane how many variants we've got now. So we've got the standard. We have the standard with the carpet, the runner. We've also got a railing version. And we've got the railing with the runner as well. So What I also want to show you. So yeah, standard runner, railing runner, and again, just like before. I know I'm going over the same stuff, but I need you to see just how cool this is. You can change the colours. What I love, absolutely love about this staircase is if you put them together. Where's the stairs? There we go. They actually create a full circle, a proper circle. So again, just little things, especially when this is in a build, and you put pillars up here and stuff. The spiral looks so good, especially just by itself. A lot of people don't tend to use the spiral staircases because they look kind of a bit like, I don't know, out of place. For me, that just works. Yeah, exactly. Arcs are square, R's are spiral. So yeah, looks cool. So there's the spiral staircases, the staircases and the small staircases. We've also got a load of other things in here as well that works. So again, I'm just spamming these foundations for a sec. So we've also got, and again, I'm not going to put them all down, but all of the ramps and the half ramps. Again, all the variants are on there. And again, all the different carpets, all the different marbles. Again, all done through the material switcher. And that's the same with these half ones as well, or quarter ones, sorry. No, every variant you can imagine is there. I already saw when I heard Aaron Crazy going Gothic. How are you able to do a real spiral? Isn't the collision the same as the vanilla ones? Collision's the same, absolutely, but it's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine, and you can put it alongside a wall, and the walls look pretty cool as well. So yeah, you stick a wall alongside it. Ain't no bother. Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but again, it's visual, isn't it? It's Does your ramps have a roof variant? Yes, it does. It has 2 roof variants for both of the roofs, and same with the quarters as well. So, honestly, I'd like to think most things you've asked for are in here. If they're not, let me know, and I'm sure we can add them. But so yeah, there's the roofs, ramps, and everything else that goes with it. Different millions of variants. It's actually silly, man. it's just crazy, right? And that's a good. I like that idea, Baha. I love that idea. Might add that to the town or the village. That sounds like a town or a villagey thing. Right, roofs. Let us go. I ain't gonna spend forever on this because I probably could. But I just want to do a quick roofy thing. Ever so quick. That should do it. And let's just stick a little roof there. So, roofs. Okay, so we've got 2 variants of the roofs. Triangles and corner versions of all the ramps variations, and I'll never need another. Yeah, we've got them as well, Beefy, I think. In fact, no, we have. I'll get it. So, roofs. 2 variants of the roofs. We've got this one here, and we've got this one here, and they're both in castle now, where previously one was in village, because village doesn't exist anymore. So, yeah, we've got 2 variants, so you can go crazy with that. We've also got, and again, there's a load of different options in this as well, but the quarters that Wildcard have, and I'm going to have to do this to showcase this. So again, you can do this with Wildcard's quarters, which is again a really good addition in my eyes, or my opinion. I mean, we haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet. Right, okay, so there we go. So this would work as a normal roof if you wanted it to, but the problem is if you're doing smaller builds, I've said this before, I feel like the overhang is a little bit too big. So with theirs, we've got loads of different variations, so you can literally make the overhang half the size. And we've got all the variants for both of these as well. So again, all you would do is switch this, flip this, flip that. There we go. Just basically allows you to make smaller overhangs. So these are like quarter roof eaves, quarter roof rakes. We've got 8 roof rakes. But yeah, there's a lot. But most importantly, it allows you to kind of do loads of different things with your roofs now as well. So there we go. And we've also got these as well. So we got two variants, which you'd expect of each one. And as Crazy mentioned before, we've also got these. So we've got all the different variations of these corners. So we got this, this, this. Again, you can switch this to light, carpet, roofs. Oh. That shouldn't be there. That shouldn't be there. But yeah, all the variants. There we go. Back to the beginning. Yeah, that shouldn't be there. Jules, how you doing? The ramps don't have variants to become a star like in Castlecraft. The ramps don't have variants to become a star? Yeah. They've all got there's loads of variants of the ramps. Or the... What do you mean? Which one do you mean? Yes, they are, Charlie. Yes, they are. They are. Right, okay. Roofs. Sabessa, it's the 9th of April. Cindy is going to have to make themselves a castle now, Gothic castle. Yeah, well, please do. And share all your pictures once this is live. Looking forward to see what everyone's got and what it all looks like. Right, okay. Let's start getting to some of the spicy stuff, eh? Okay. I'm going to give myself a little bit of space. I really need to have a map that's got nothing on, you know, to demonstrate these mods. So rather than... Oh, come here. Come here. Where are you going? There we go. Yeah, so we need to have a... We need to have a map where it's just for demo purposes, where it's just massively flat. in really good, like, looking weather systems as well. And there's no dinosaurs on there, or that would help. Oh, I keep throwing them away. Right, okay, so the spicy stuff. Yeah, Songbird, I might even do that, to be fair, for these showcases, because it would make life so much easier. Right, here we go. The good stuff. Dino gates. You'll notice I'm putting a lot down. Because we have a lot. I'm just going to get rid of these because they're in my way. Right. I think we've all seen this one. We've also seen the one with the Gargoyle, but we've now added flames to the Gargoyle, which is something that a lot of people are asking for. Change it to nighttime. It does a cool job of lighting things up. Now, we have added, and you'll see there's some dynamic stuff on this mod. We haven't gone crazy with it because I have been told of a few people, especially on console, that adding too many kind of elements to it causes lag and causes issues. So a lot of the stuff on here is subtle. We haven't gone too crazy with it, but that's the first one. So if you want to like your build and you don't want to keep fueling it, the Dino Gates now have Gargoyles on there with fire. I'm going to leave that one because I'm going to put this one back to the standard one in a sec. So I'm going to skin all these. And the next variant we have is we've got just a separate kind of stand with different Gargoyles on there. And then the next one we have is we have the Gargoyles holding your flags. Now, we've only got a few flags at the moment. They do move, which is something that I'm glad that we've got in there finally. They're not static anymore. But ultimately, we've also got... Let me just quickly swap these two out. Let's just unskin this. So, what we can do... Because we've now got the material switcher, we can. This is just the first four. We can make these all look completely unique. So, as an example, if we go up to here and change the stone, and weather it, we've got a completely different looking Dino Gate already. Or gateway, sorry. Likewise, with the Gargoyles and the metal, we can go over here, change the material, go to the metal and change that to brass. And we've now got brass on there as well. That's the same with the flags. The flags have got quite a bit you can change. So if we look at the stand, if we go to it, we can again go to material settings, go to the metal, change that to brass. And then what that does... changes the skull, changes a few other pieces as well. So again, you can have loads of different options on here just with one item. We can also go to the flag settings as well. We can change the flag color. So we've got blue and gold, we've got green and gold, we've got purple and gold, we've got red and black. So let's go purple and gold. Different colored flag. And we can also change on the flag as well. We can change the sigil as well. So let's go for a lion. There we go. So again, we can add loads of different designs and colours and whatnot on the same item. So there we go. One item, I don't know. Loads and loads and loads of different options. Couple of gates as well. So we've got the first version, which is like your standard gate. Again, All the options are in there with the materials. Things like the wood, we can make that dark, we can make that light. Don't know if you can see that on camera. We can also change the metal on the handles. Loads of different things. Next option, we have a version with, again, we haven't fixed the glass yet. But again, this is probably my personal favorite is the kind of the portcullis. And again, I do love these when these are painted. Sorry, when these have got the brass. They look pretty cool. The brass. What's wrong with the glass? Sorry. It's just we need to find a better material. Obviously, that's too big. But yeah, we just need to find a better material. No, they're not. And Shell, we've done that on purpose so you can use these with different structures other than ours as well. I think these doors are. Yes, these doors are. We made these doors the same. So I'll do it this way. They are the same size. But some of them, like these, you can put these in a different frame. And again, so we've got these versions. We've also got a different style gate with all the variants as well. So we've got a ton more. I'm going to get rid of this. One more. There we go. There we go. So, yeah. Loads. And as I said, again, mixing and matching with the different materials and stuff and the colours of the flags, it can be completely unique. Different for everyone. Where's me Otter keep? Come here. There we go. Right. So the other item we've got is the Behemoth gate. That wasn't complete last time. It's completely done. Well, almost completely done. We need to add a bit something at the top, but we've now got a Behemoth, which I'm really happy with how it's turned out. So there's our Behemoth. So again, pretty cool. Nice looking beefy Behemoth gate. The idea is we're going to have like a hanging thing in there. Brazier with fire in as an option. And obviously it does need adjusted ever so slightly. Whoa. We're showcasing here, man. There we go. So these need to be brought up ever so slightly. So this bit here is under the Gargoyle. But yeah, that's kind of where we're going with the Behemoth gate. Again, I think that looks okay. It works, certainly for me anyway. To be fair, I should. I'll do that now. Let's do that now. There we go. So, Behemoth. Done. What's next? What's next on the list? What else have we got? Is that it? Is that it? Obviously, we've got these as well. So again, most things, or pretty much everything, is pretty much done. Yeah, and as Crazy said, you know, you can go up to here, change the materials again, change the stone, have it weathered. You know, there's just loads you can do, to be honest with you. Absolutely loads, and yeah, you could even have like a dilapidated part of the building that more kind of like, you know, nice looking. You know, you can have all this stuff on the outside, and on the inside have the cleaner stuff. But yeah, that's it in terms of the pieces for the castle, I think, unless Crazy wants to jump in and tell us that I've missed something obvious. But I think that's everything. Yeah, barn doors. So all these here are the same. So they'll work as a barn door as well. So they're all in there. But yeah, I think that. Yeah, so we've got glass. Oh, actually, good point. Good point. So we've got a couple of different windows. Good point. Where's my doors? There we go. So yeah, there we go. And stick one in there for now as well. Should we? Right, so got a couple of different variants here. We've got a kind of standard one. We've got the little portcullis again. We keep calling that there. And we've got another kind of like stone window. And then we've also got the standard kind of glass and a gold version and a clear version as well. So we do have glass. Again, I do think the glass is probably going to change at some point. Hiya, just an idea. Mammoth bone, hide structure, build OG primitive skins, keep it old school, says Mark. You know what? I always said I'd love to redo Primitive Plus. I'd love to have redone. I was actually going to reach out to Cedric and see if he would give us the old one and we could remaster it, but imagine if he still got the code. Charlie, we're going to add full. I think we're going to add full glass windows, full glass walls, so you can make door windows. That was asked for Castlecraft. I think we'll probably have to do the same. I think we'll add it to this. It would be cool. But yeah, so we have got glass, we have got windows, but again, that's probably where we're lacking at the moment in terms of like, you know, getting what we want. It is on our to-do list, and hopefully we get that done before release. Can you do some interior ceiling arches? Yes, we've got them, and I'll showcase them when we get to the trim. The trim. I think someone's tried to do primitive, but they haven't really done anything. They've done a few bits, not a full structure set yet. Right, should we go to? Should we look at the trim now? Yeah, I think trim's going to be the next one. Crafting, cosmetics, trim. Trim. If you skin a wall, though, you can't double stack a door frame. If you skin a wall, you can't double stack a door frame. What do you mean? If you skin a wall, you can't double stack a door frame. I don't know what that means. Yeah, you'd do a door frame though, wouldn't you? You would just do the door frame, not the wall. Crazy knew what you meant. I haven't got a clue. Right, okay. So, what have we got in the trim set? You're gonna have to keep me right, Crazy. Hopefully, you've got access to all the items in the dev kit, because I will miss some because there's that many. Okay, so we might not be on to a winner here. Let's start with pillars, because I know we've got pillars, right? Let's start with pillars, because I know we've got pillars. Okay, so pillar, 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 pillar. Right, okay. First one. And I'll just do it this way so we can see them all together. Like that. And then we'll do the same there. And then further along. Okay, right. So these are kind of... The whole idea of the trim set is kind of it's more decorative items. This is kind of your basic stuff. These are kind of more of like your fancy stuff if you're adding more decorative items and making the thing look pretty. So that is the first fancy pillar, which is a full one. We've then got 3 variants of that. We've got the bottom, which obviously doesn't have a top. We've got the middle section, and then we have the top section. So the idea will be, and I'll do this alongside it, is you can literally build as big of a pillar as you want. We'll only go 3 high. But you go bottom, middle, top. There we go. And you can make pretty cool, pretty big pillars. Does this work? Metal, stone, weathered. Yeah, so you can make these weathered as well. Don't look as good in my opinion, but you can do that if you wanted to. And you can change that to a darker colour as well. So again, as we've said before a few times, there's just so many different variants. It's crackers. And it's actually this, yeah, it's less than a gig. It's less than a gig. It's less than a gig. We've done well. We've done well. There's also the half variants as well. I need to double check what we've got here. I think, yeah, we've got the bottom, the middle, and the top. But we've also got with this one is we have a vaulted ceiling. So the idea is with this, if we were building a tall pillar, he says, we go for one. Let's say our build was like, I don't know, 3 high. You wouldn't do this. You'd go 2 halves like that. Yep, this is the plan. And then you'd place your fancy pillars like so. You would change that to a bottom, that to a middle, that to a middle, and this to the vaulted ceiling. And if you want to go even fancier, change that one to a top as well. So you could do that throughout the whole build. Yeah, well, 100% bar, tables, whatever you want to do with it. But the plan is you can put these all the way across a build. And, yeah, it would look pretty cool. What I mean doesn't quite line up correctly. If you hand one from the ceiling, it has a... Yeah, it does. There's 2 versions of this. So, there's 2 versions of this, and I'll show you now. So, we've got... Let's go like this. So, you can also have them, as Crazy said, it's a good point, coming off the ceiling as well. So, like that. So there's one without, and there's one with. So again, you know, loads of different things you can do with that in terms of... So that's a small one with a pillar. The idea would be, a lot of the time, you'd pillar down or pillar up, depending on which way you want to go. But yeah, you can go from the bottom, go from the top. It's entirely up to you how you want to do it. Half. You know, so that can be, you know, your detail, or you can go for a different pillar as well. But anyway, looks odd at the top pillar. It's probably just because it's a rounded pillar that's being used. That point should be a little bit fatter, I think, to fit the pillar better. Just my opinion. But again, this is the issue. You might not use that pillar. What you might be using is the next variant, which is this one. So we've got loads of different pillars. So that there could blend into it. So the issue is, it's very difficult to make it fit with every pillar because we've probably got about, I don't know, 8, 9 different variations of pillars. I get your point. See what you're saying. But yeah, I should have probably showed you the other ones we have first. So there we go. So that's the next variant. We've got a half, middle, and it's up. Just quickly show you what it looks like built. There we go. So we've got a half, middle, and top. So we've got the thin version, we've got the thick lad, and we've got the proper chunky one, which is this guy here. Let's quickly show you that. Oh, damn it. There we go. So again, if you want to go big, you can go you can go like you can go big, like really big. So yeah. That one is a is a proper thick chunky one. But again, a lot of people do go absolutely crazy when they're building. But again, I love that one. It's looks so good. That's not a bad shout, Sadie, to be honest with you. Might even go down that route, to be fair. Yeah, that is good. Yeah, that is good. So yeah, massive, you know, 3 different variants, single ones, half ones, full ones, and that's the same with these as well. You know, you've got the half lads in here as well. And we've got a... Yeah, I've already showed you these, haven't I? But yeah, there we go. So loads of different options in terms of like decorative pillars. Next thing we'll probably show, whilst we're on the subject of vaulted ceilings, is we've actually got a separate variant for vaulted ceilings to make life a little bit easier. So again, just quickly place a few foundations down. Mustafa, this is Gothic Craft. It's been released on April the 9th. It's our mod, so I just want to showcase it, show everyone what it can do, and all the pieces. And yeah, so just giving you all a... it is thick. Oh, come on. Okay, so vaulted ceilings. Here we go. There we go. So again, just skin. Should have skinned it beforehand. Skin with the trim piece, and you get this guy. And then all you do is cycle through the variants. There's 4 different ones. It gives you a big vaulted ceiling. And again, you could do that through the builds. And again, if you wanted to, you just add your pillars. Not them ones. Let's go for these. And let's go for that. I mean, when I want to say it so bad. But yeah, again, I can just imagine there's so many different things you could do with that, to be honest with you. But yeah, small vaulted ceilings on pillars, large vaulted ceilings as well on the ceiling itself. But yeah, mix and match, play about with it to your heart's content. The next thing I want to show on there is we've now got a couple of cool variants for arches. So if you're building an arch, you could do something like this. So I think I've already showed you this one. So if you go to the trim set, place that. We have a couple of variants of this. So we have the first one. Like I say, I'm just gonna make something up. There we go. And again, a couple of variants. The first one is we have a new Gargoyle. So the last one we thought was a little bit too small. We've got a new kind of Gargoyle variant there, and we've still got the Crow. We still think the Crow needs to change. Yeah, ignore the Crow. The Crow needs to change. I mean, it's not too bad. It just. He seems a little bit off now in terms of the other ones that we've got. So that's your double arch. We've also now got the same functionality that we had in Castlecraft, where you can make a triple arch now using that. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Is that right? I don't know. We'll find out. Ignore the Crow. I'm not too. I don't think it's too bad, to be fair. Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Crazy hates it, so it's probably gonna get the chop. Poor thing. So yeah, triple arches. Something we added in Castlecraft last time round, and I think it was something that we wanted to add to this one as well. So if you want to make a triple arch, all you would do is you'd put your 2 slope walls like we did before, and exactly the same as Castlecraft, you would place a upside down railing, and that will give you what you need. So it gives you these bits here, and then all you would do is switch this to the bigger one. And there is your first variant. The next variant is a much kind of more decorative option. So we have that one there. So again, pretty cool looking Gargoyle. Adds a bit more kind of detail to your build, and it's only just using literally a sloped wall. So there's the option to be able to make triple walls. Whilst I'm on foundations, what I want to show you is. Sorry, foundations. Railings. I want to quickly show you the new battlements that we've came up with. So there's a couple of 2 variants of that. So again, using the trim set. So we've got a new battlement, which again, fairly detailed, quite cool. That's a good point, Crazy. I'll do that. I'll showcase that as well. That's a good point. And again, the second variant gives you kind of arrow slot across. But yeah, it's a good point because you can make different things. So like, rather than just being a slot, being a you can do, if this was on the top of a wall, the gargoyles face the right way as well, and it's the same with the bird and that as well. So again, just allows you to do so much with it. Yeah, the battlements, they were a pain in the butt. But 8 million different variations. I do think those work. Also with that as well, you can make your own. So we've also got the option to, if you're placing just quarter ceilings down and use the trim set, you can switch between a couple of different underhangs There we go. So a couple of different underhangs as well, which gives you a bit more kind of, as I said, variety in terms of, you know, projecting and making the build look a bit more less flat. Trim. Ooh, right. Another cool piece. Let's just build a little bit of a wall. And let's stick a window in. Yeah, again, as Crazy said, we can weather everything as well. So stone, weathered. Where's that happened? Oh, you will be able to. There we go. Mean Ren, we've actually got that. We've started that. So if you're offering to make it even better and easier, absolutely. But yeah, we have got a Google document, so we haven't added everything to it yet. But that's the plan. There's going to be hopefully a concise way of figuring out where everything is, because yeah, there is going to be a lot. There is a lot. So here we go. A nice, cool addition is. We've now got fancy windows. So we've got this guy here. Hasn't got glass in yet, but you can really kind of add loads of detail to your build now just by sticking the window down. And rather than messing about building loads of bits, you can do it like that. And it's got variations on there as well. So I probably should have built a few more. Let's go with that. My part of not me, did you miss? Listen, I didn't read that. I read that as I'd love to do a spreadsheet for you. That to me was more of an offer. That to me was an offer. Anyway, right. Back to the mod. Yeah, right, exactly right, Shell. So again, we've got a few different options with this. We've got the standard. We've also got one that has a balcony on the top. So again, if you want to do a quick build and just do, you know, your arch, you know, something like that, you can quite quickly build up something that's pretty easy. And again, yes, this wouldn't have collision, but if you wanted to give it collision, you could quite easily add 2 quarters like we do on Castlecraft, stick the floor down, and we've now got a balcony with a window below. So we've got that, and then again, we've also got a new variant there as well with kind of a nice looking metal railing there as well. So there we go. So we've got the deco or the trim window piece as well. What else have we got in the trim? There's more trim, guaranteed. There's definitely more trim. What else do we have in the trim? Crazy. What the hell's that? Holy crap. We've definitely got more in the trim. What else have we got? Is that it? Is that it, Crazy? Ah, yes! Bloody hell. How did I forget? How could I forget? Right, okay. So, wow. Right. This will allow me to actually show a few of the other pieces off together, to be fair, doing it this way. So, I'm just going to quickly skin this. And then we're going to flip this. Okay. And then what we can do with this here is quickly just add an edge. And then we're going to put a ceiling down. Come on, be quick. I'm seeing the pattern on the walls. They aren't blending well enough. I see what you mean, Baha. You can see the right hand edge clearly. Yeah, it's the issue we've got. It's perfect there. And again, nanite isn't turned on either. But crazy, we need let's add nanite to it first, because this is arc doing its. You know, when you go further back, it shows the edges. Because if you look here, you can't even. There's not even a. There's no gap there at all. There is no gap there at all. You can see there's dark. The dark's not the issue. It's that line. Maybe. Let's just, yeah, okay. Good point, Baha. Well spotted, buddy. That one there, that guy there, him. It's not an arc thing. Well, it is an arc thing as well, but it's yeah. You know what? The good thing is, it's been spotted, because that'd have been a nightmare if it was released. Jules says, do you think it would be possible to add a variation for Battlemen similar to the second variant in Castlecraft skin set? What was the second one? Is that the one where it was just didn't have the overhang? Jules, if you've got a picture you can send us, or even just like send me a message on Discord, we'll have a little look. Right, next thing I want to show you is we've got decorative dino gates now. So there we go. So it's the same as the dino gates. You can literally skin it with a slope wall and a standard wall. And it gives you, again, if you're building something huge, this is designed, in my eyes, or in my opinion, not for a window. You could use it as a window if you wanted to, but it's supposed to be a big walkway, something along them lines. So you've got loads of variants of this. You've got the first one, you've got a railing. You have a railing with an arch. You have a bigger railing, stone and metal. You've also got an arch with a stone and metal. And then you've got loads of different loads of different stone, loads of different metals. And then we've also got a huge window as well. So if you wanted to build something massive, you could. We need to change that. Go back to the window. Just see if that works without it. We might need a variant of that slope walls crazy without the lip. I know it's something we've talked about. Oh, wrong one. No, actually, we added stone to that. Cool, right? So yeah, there's your window. Again, just loads of different it doesn't need loads and loads of items to build it. Obviously, the plan will be you'll put a gate into there, and that'll be glass. But again, just loads of options in terms of like what you can do for kind of, you know, walkways, gateways, all that kind of stuff as well. But yeah, so that is the decorative gate frames. I'll just stick a few there so you can see the difference. Let's go with my favourite one. It is that. There we go. Sweet. So, I think that is the trim pieces thus far. Next thing I want to show you is the deco, which is this one here. There we go. And let's just start. Yep, step roofs. Good point, Crazy. Good point. Let's build something to showcase that ever so quickly. Let's go with where's my quarters? There we are. So let's say we were building something like this with an overhang. You can use your roofs and your slope roofs to make nice looking underhangs like that. So a large step, or you can build large steps if you wanted to. And I do think these look pretty cool weathered. Like that. So yeah, again, underhangs on them types of things, and also as well if you're doing a square version you could literally do the same. So again, just quickly show you, and like that and like that. So there we go. So again, you can just build, it allows you to just, like I said, build out quite quickly and quite easily, but also especially when you're doing large builds, the normal kind of like underhangs that we've got don't really cut it. So yeah, you've got flexibility there, which is pretty good. Right. Looks hot. Love it. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna need a lot of room here because we've got a lot of stuff. But it's a lot of good stuff, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. Right. So let's start with pillars. We'll do the pillars first. So we have the decorative pillars, which you've seen before, the kind of trim pieces. We've also got pillars, half pillars, that we can use in the deco set as well. There is here. I've just trapped myself. What an idiot. What an idiot. So, this is our deco pillar, and it's got lots of variants. So, first one, we have a gargoyle with a flame, which is cool. We've also got a standard kind of like, I don't know, jug type thing. And the last one is the banner flag. And again, just like before, the reason why we've gone deco with this one, which is quite cool, you can literally scale them. You can make them massive if you wanted to. Let's just take that back down. And obviously rotate them as well, like you can do with any of the other bits. So let's go to rotate, and again, just put that 180. And that's the same with all of these items. Again, they do move and stuff, but again, you can change all of the materials. You can even change the flag symbol to, let's say, go for a lion. And let's change the color of that to green and gold. So yeah, loads of different options on that as well. So that's the pillars. And again, I'll show you something like a little build at some point as well. But yeah, we've got decorative pillars, which again I think are pretty good. We've also got decorative metal pillars as well. So we've got these guys here. You can even paint the sigils if you don't want gold. Sloped flags. Do you mean like that? Like on a horizontal? Is that what you mean, Baha? Because if you do, that's a good idea as well. I do like that. I like it a lot. Right, okay. Next thing I want to show you is what we're looking at. You know when you see two lines of knights holding swords crossed and you walk through... Oh, right, okay. Got you. Like on an angle. Yeah. So like this, obviously, but crossed. Yeah? In fact, I don't even need... Yeah, I do. I'm going to do that so that they're all the same height. No, I got what you mean eventually. Right, okay, next thing. We've got a load of these. We've now got a ton of pinnacles. So again, when you're building your build, you're definitely going to want spiky stuff. So we've got a ton of these to cycle through. And again, I'm just going to go through all of them. 3, 4, 5. Let's go, but I want to show that the buttress. We'll do that in a sec, crazy. Well remembered. As I said, we do have a lot. And I will show you them all. I think there's one more after this. Yes, I believe there is. So let's just get one more, and we'll show them all off. There we go. Right. Tons. And again, these are all scalable as well, so you can make them as tall as you want. They can be rotated, all that kind of jazz. But we've got loads of these pinnacles. Loads of these pinnacles you can add. No, I never do, Baha. We never do. But again, you know, we've got some really cool looking ones. And the idea behind these big ones as well, these are the same size as a ceiling. Add fire and that would look cool. So again, if you're building something like on a big scale, like for instance, let's just quickly just do this. Again, I'm just going to do something super quick. And yeah, let's quickly work out how this would work in the real world if you're building this. So you'd literally do this. Put a pillar. You could do this by hand, but if you use a pillar and place that freehand, you could take it off and just bang on in the middle. And then what you do is literally plonk that down there. And if that was me, I would probably just go ahead and add a railing, a couple of railings around. Like this. Use the trim set. Create a doodah like that, like that, like that. And then switch this out to the, let's go for that one there. There you go. So it's super quick and easy just to build like a cool looking tower. And again, I've got other parts I want to show you in a sec, but you could make that even better. You could make that even better. But yeah, I'll show you in a sec. So there we go. So we've got standard pinnacles, and again, if you want this one to be massive, you literally just go to the scaling option. You know, super big. Yeah, I kind of want to show you some of the things you can build. I'll do that on a different stream because you can make super quick structures just with a few items. And as I said, I've got quite a few different variants and ideas that I can show you, and I'll probably do that on another stream, maybe just before it's released. I wanted to release so you can see it, but that is them. Next thing I want to show you is let's get down to here. Is we've also got some wall items as well. So we've got some canvases. And we've got the trophy mounts. But just before I do show you them, what I want to show you quickly is the buttress that Crazy mentioned before. So again, if you have 4 walls and you use the trim, it will create a large buttress. Obviously this is high up, but again, you can see where we're going with this as well. Go higher up. Higher. What do you mean? So yeah, buttress, again, I do want to make a few more flying buttresses so they come a little further out. But yeah, that's kind of the only one we've got in there at the minute. Right, so let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. Okay, so let's start with these actually. Canvases. Please put a slope wall to cover the gap. What gap? What gap? Slope wall to cover the gap? What gap? Mean, tell me and Ren which gap. Mr. Curly is. That's funny. Let's we can't have people on the edge. Oh, yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. I'm not building a castle. I'm not building a castle. I'm just trying to show you the pieces. Right. Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Right. Okay. It's too close. It's too close. So, flags. Again, few variants. They do wiggle around ever so slightly. And then again, we've got a couple of variants of these. So we've got this small guy there. This one's more of like a looped version. And this one's more of like a straight version. But again, because they're built on... it's a deco piece. We can literally scale them, make them smaller as we need, as we see fit. Same as before, you've got all the different variants for the materials. We've got the colour of the flag, we've got purple, we've got the actual sigil. We can make that into a cross, which it already was. Let's make that into a sword. There we go. I try not to look at those spots. But there we go. We got flags. We got flags, everyone. Again, I do know we need to add more. But at the minute, that's what we got. Flat pillar. Not really, though. The problem you've got is if you want that, you're limited to where you'd put it, though. That's the thing. So, like, you're limited to having it on just, a certain, like, I don't know. It'd have to. I don't know. I think there was a no. I tell you why. I know why we haven't done that, because we've used the beams for something else. Sandy, that's a good point. Yeah, I get. Yeah, there was a reason for that, which we will come on to in a sec. So, what's next? What's next? Is that where you put yours, Sandy? Was it? Right, these will move. I'll have to, like, spread these out. Exactly, Vaha. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I'm trying to convince Wildcard to give us the options to snap deco box. Oh, you know what? The hardest part of making a mod with so many options is what you snap and where you snap to it. That's the issue. Right, okay. Gargoyles. A lot of people asked for these. And I think we've actually got... Why is that? Well, why is that done now? That's weird. Is that 2? Did I snap 2? Nope. There we go. Right, so Gargoyle 1. Gargoyle 2, the bird, it's back. We've then got a big lad. So this one here, actually, I'll quickly show you whilst we're on him. He is, and he's labelled, he's a corner gargoyle. So he is used in, in this piece here. So, again, just if you wanted to place him, just to kind of show you how we would do this, is with the walls. There's loads of different ways you can do it, but again, just as a quick general rule, if you place this right on the edge, just before it switches across, like that, that should do it. So if we switch him out to the corner guy, and then all we do then is rotate it 45 degrees. And then you'll see he lines up with the wall pretty well. So yeah, and again, you can make a massive one if you wanted to, or a little one. So again, they're all fully scalable. And again, you know, you can do things like, you know, if you've got a gate like this, literally, you know, you can add more to your gates now. So the idea with these gargoyles is, and that's why we've put them on these pieces, you can literally stick them anywhere, pretty much. You know, and if I was going to be building something like this, I could put this down here, stick a gargoyle on it, cycle it through. You know, he works really well, you know, in loads of different places. Do you know what I mean? So I'm hopeful with all these decor pieces we're adding, it's going to allow you to kind of build really cool structures. These ones here, you know, we've got them with lips on the top. So again, you can put these underneath. There's loads. There's absolutely loads. There we go, we're back to the beginning. But again, that there, you know, if you were building something where you had a tiny little, I don't know, an overhang, you could, you know, you could have a big one like this, and then stick your, you know, your guy there, put your gargoyle on, cycle through. That wasn't too bad of a shot, to be fair, but, you know, it would be a bit further down, but you get what I'm coming from. You get where I'm coming from. So much about this mod is great. I feel like I am on repeat, but it's... No, you know what? I'm glad. And this is why we do what we do in terms of, like, showcasing this, because, you know, it's always good to get feedback. But yeah, tons of gargoyles. You can, you know, you can mess about with them to your heart's content. As I said, he's my favourite, the big lad. But you've got him. But not only have you got wall gargoyles, you've also got floor gargoyles. And these are some of my kind of favourite pieces as well. So again, just slap a few things down there. And these are on small deco boxes. So where's the deco boxes? Florgoyles. Yeah, that's the new name. Florgoyles. So there we go. Florgoyle 1, Florgoyle 2, Florgoyle 3, Florgoyle 4, Florgoyle 5. There we go. I don't know how many there is, but let's have a look. So yeah, we've got quite a few different ones. So we've got some big lads, some small lads. We've got this one here, and I will go through some of these as well, because I do think you need to see what they do and what they look like. But again, they've been designed and they look like, you know, again, I need to probably put a few more down, to be fair. I don't know how many we've got. Can't be many more. How? I think we've gone crazy. There we go. Back to the beginning. Right. So as an example, you know, we've got some like this one here and this one here that are literally designed to like overhang. So You know, if we had something like this. Where is it? Where's my walls? You could literally put him over there. I mean, it will be a bit of trial and error in terms of the positioning. Yeah. But he's designed to be sitting. So you can see there, maybe he's moving a little bit further forward and he'd be sitting on the edge of the wall. His feet are designed to be hanging over. Again, he would be further back. But again, you're better than me in terms of like coming up with good ideas. But the idea is there's loads of different gargoyles that can be used on loads of different things. We've also got the ability to make your own structures with these as well. So if you put down a table, for instance, and you skin the table, we've got a few more that have been added, but you could literally make your own kind of like structure with these gargoyles. So as an example, let's just go there. Again, this is super rough. You know, you could do loads of different things. Yes! But again, you wouldn't need to manually change them, because let's say as an example, you like this one. All you do is copy it. And then you just skin them. You know, you don't have to go all the way through the radio wheel. You just load them. But yeah, I get it. I get it. Yes, we have, Cyan. The penis is gone. There's no penis on this gargoyle. That we took it out of the it's gone. It isn't there anymore. Right, the other thing I want to show you what we've added is again crazy. If I've missed anything, you need to shout out, because I've got a feeling I will. Right, okay, so we've also got balconies in here as well. So let's go with this. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. So this, let's say we're doing a build and we want to add a nice kind of balcony. All we would do is add a beam with that. So we've got this one here, which is a stone. We've also got the cool looking metal one as well, and then you can add the same as before, but it's the opposite way around. So you're doing it from the door down as opposed to up, and then you've got this one here as well. So you've got few variants in terms of like railings and beams and all that kind of jazz. Deco, I think that is it, unless again Crazy wants to jump in and remind me if I've missed anything. They can, but we don't have a left and a right. But at some point, there's nothing stopping us having different variants. Like you say, that's not a bad point. The issue is they go a little bit further over than the beam itself. So you could, I mean, you could put them together if you wanted to, but it ain't gonna look great. You know, you can do that, but obviously you've still got your gap here. But again, that's not a bad point. There's no reason why I couldn't, or we couldn't, add a different variant where you've got a left and a right. Oh yeah, we've got a couple of wall torches, and I forgot about the chimneys. They were going to go in the village. We might have to move them. Actually, Crazy. Because it doesn't make much sense having them in a castle. I could be wrong. Yeah, so a couple of wall torches. So we've got the Gargoyle hand, and I think, yeah, yeah, Balconies scalable with it being in deco. That's why we've put it in deco. So ultimately, you know, you can go silly big if you wanted to. Yeah, so that's why. So anything that's in deco is scalable. So yeah, that's another way of doing it. So you could scale it, but obviously you're scaling up all of the railings and everything else that goes with that as well. And again, just to quickly show you, if you didn't want the rain on this particular item, you would just go to the weather and disable it. And you can see there, that's not getting the rain. That one is. And yeah, so I'll quickly show you the chimneys. I think these might be added, or probably makes sense to add these once we add the village set. But we do have chimneys which have working fire as well. So there's a couple of chimney sets there. We need to add a few more, like a triple one and stuff. But yeah, we've got a few chimneys in there as well. And that is deco, people. Last but not least is the latest set we've built. And this is our Courtyard set. It is split into two at the moment. It probably will be kind of like merged into one. Yes, we will shell, but that's probably going to come as an update. The plan will be definitely be a full castle set, along with the deco and the trim, and this set that I'm going to show you now, which is the Courtyard, or exterior. We haven't really decided what we're going to be calling it yet, but they will be on launch, and then after that we'll be adding things like crafting stations and stuff, because they take a lot more time, to be fair, and we don't really want to kind of rush them. Right. So, a couple of things to show you in here, which is pretty nice. We have a Courtyard foundation, and again, the idea behind this one, it looks more weathered than the other one, and again, I love this one, to be fair. It's got a lot of detail to it. It looks great in the wet as well. So that's the Courtyard foundation, and we've also got a second variant of that, which is another one of my personal favourites. Don't know why we do this. We always put, in my opinion, the better foundations in like the other set, not the main sets. Basically, cobble is back, a different variant of the cobble. So yeah, love the cobble set. That's in there now as well, but we've now got a left and a right variant of it, which is pretty cool. And it's the same with this as well. You can literally place these whichever way you want. Whichever way your walls going, or your floors going, or your walkways going, or what have you. So yeah, we've got two variants of that. Right, so next thing to show is walls. So right, so first set of walls. We've got cool looking railing walls now. So again, full walls. Again, you can fully customize them with all the brass. I'm not going to keep going through all that. I'm going to get rid of this rain because it is actually quite loud. Don't know if it's loud for you, but it's loud for me. Hello. Is it just ignoring us? Anyway, doesn't want us to change. Anyway, so there we go. Large metal iron railing walls. And then we've got a second variant of that, which is we can do bottom, middle, and top. So we can make really large walls. So we've got the standard one there. This is the bottom. That's the middle. And that's the top. So if we wanted to build a 3-wall high, let's say, all you would do is skin the 2 of them. Bottom, middle, top. There we go. And you can just go as big as you want, or as, you know, as wide, as slow, as long, as whatever. But there we go. So there's the first set. We've got the walls. I'll quickly show you now our... Done. It's gone. It's gone. So we've now improved the dino gates, or the gates, sorry, because we weren't massively, weren't fans of them. They're a little bit more detailed now as well. And now we've also got doors in here. So I don't think we had doors last time round. So we've now got a couple of gateways. I just need to quickly... actually, it's probably easier if we do this. Funny you mention that. We did do a skull the other day, and we need to do a full set with the skull. So yeah, it's a good point, Mike. I know I keep saying yes, we've done this, but genuinely, if you ask, if Crazy, hopefully he'll confirm in the comments. You know, we did a railing set with, you know, we had skulls in here, we had skulls here. And they did look pretty cool. The issue was it didn't go with anything else, so we do need to make more items with the skulls in there to be able to add it in. But yeah, it is there. It's coming. It's coming. Anyway. Gates. Hey, Mesa Jocketl, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Sorry, I can't pronounce that. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, a couple of cool gate variations. So we've got, within each one, we've got a standard gate. When I say standard, it still looks pretty cool. And we've got this one here. And then we've got a second variant of each one as well. So more of like a spiky style gate. Same with that one. There we go. And that one there as well. So again, a couple of cool looking gates in there as well. And again, what's pretty cool is if you add, you know, you can literally just, you know, put your walls together in the blend, you know, seamlessly as well. Yeah, you're right. Pretty much, these gates pretty much fit in any of the sets, to be fair. But yeah, you can see there quite quickly how we can... We're missing a spike as well. We're missing a spike. What's going on? Yeah, we're missing a spike on that gate. What's happening? Anyway, there we go. So we can quite quickly build something that looks quite cool. Who knows? Who knows? Crazy. So there we go. That is the spiky windows. Sorry, spiky walls. Next thing to show you is all of the railings. So we have got quite a few. So let me just quickly whack a couple of them out. Now, what I do like about this is we've been able to add more railings using the material set. And I'll show you what I mean. So we've got a small set of railings there. We've got a bigger version here. And then we've got some chain railings. And again, sloped as well. So again, if you want to build like almost like a drawbridge type thing. But what's cool with this, again, rather than cycling through different variants, if we go to the railing and we go to the material settings, we can toggle spikes on and off. So it's a completely different looking set of railings. We can also, like before, toggle brass as well. So we can have like brass spikes on that as well. So again, that's the same with all the quarters, the halves, the sloped, as well as that. And the last set on here is it's a roof topper. So again, I haven't got a roof to show you, but we've got a roof topper, and we've also got the end as well. So if you're building a castle or a cathedral or something along them lines, you could put this along the apex of the roof as well, and create kind of cool spiky looking roofs. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different variants of railings in there as well. And the next lot we've got is probably some of my favourite pieces. Might be moving to trim. Yeah, I think that probably we could do a couple of roof toppers as well, in all fairness. Now, this next one is pretty cool, not gonna lie. Before we go any further, I will just quickly show you the metal. Again, we've got with variants as well. So again, I normally don't really show things like the railings and stuff. Sorry, the ladders and stuff. But yeah, they're in there as well. So anything you'd expect to be in there pretty much is. We've got a couple of cool items in terms of dino gates. That's a wall, not a gate. I would not go as far as to say I have a great mind. Maybe he's missing half a mind. Has he gone over the roofs yet? Yes, I did, Mike. Went through all the roofs, buddy. So yeah, that is the dino gate. And so yeah, next lot of set. The next set for me is probably one of my favourites. In fact, let's just put it all together. So there's a lot of this. This is our standard wall. Again, we're probably going to have to put this somewhere or do another set with this. But ultimately, once we start cycling through the walls, we've got a load of options in terms of walls. So we've got a thick wall. We've also got a low wall with a railing. And we've also got a left and a right. So the idea is we can make kind of cool structures like this. As long as you want, as far as you want. Loads of different variations of it. So again, you know, we might want to go... You know, you can see there, quite a large wall. And in terms of the variety and the variations we've got with this is, there's loads. I'm just going to cycle through them all because... Oh, we did! The bloody hell, the best railings we've got. Where are they, though? Where are they? Where are they, Crazy? I can't remember where we put them. Were they in here? Oh, no. No. There we go. Yeah. Favourite railings. There we go. So we've got, yeah, as Crazy mentioned, we've got fleur de lis or fleur de lis at railings. And that's the same for, you know, as I said, we do this with all of the railings, to be honest with you. You always get the sloped the higher ones. And again, it blends seamlessly as well. So, you know, and again, same as before. I've said again a lot there. We've got the metal settings where we can change the brass. You know, cool little thing on there as well. But again, here, it's ridiculous. Again. again. It's ridiculous how many options we've got with these. So we've got these ones here. We've also got smaller versions as well. So again, if you wanted to just build a different style wall, you can mix and match these as well, which is pretty cool. So, smaller version, if you so wished. And going to do a few more because we have actually got a mental amount of these. Mikey, he's a Geordie, meaning from the northeast part of England. People from the region allied with King George in the Jacobite, with King George in the Jacobite religion. Yeah, I'm a Geordie, and yeah, so a lot of our accent comes from like the Norwegians as well, when the Vikings came and like literally raped and pillaged everyone. Because over the northeast, everyone was just like monks. It was women, children, and monks. So they had an easy ride when they got over to the northeast. So a lot of the things we say is pretty much similar to Norwegian. As I said, we have got a ridiculous amount of these, but we just want to have as much variety as possible, so you can build till your heart's content. We've even got a high wall. Oh my god, we have got a lot crazy. What the hell? I think we went ham with this. Pretty much Baja. Pretty much. Is that the last one? Yes. So, these are our, I don't know what you want to call them, courtyard walls, exterior walls. And then we've also got, as well, in here, we've got the door frames. Obviously, that's a high wall, so that's not going to really match up. So I'm just going to switch that down. Draco, thank you so much for your continued support. 22 months is a mental amount of time to support the channel. I really appreciate it. It says, Aaron, just take my money and my Venmo account. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. And as I said, there's still more to come. It's not fully finished yet. But we just want to kind of showcase. I mean, as Crazy mentioned before, these gates, we are going to do specific gates for this set. But these work, again, so well, you know, alongside this. And even the ones with the spikes on the top, you know, they still fit in. No worries, Sandy. Thank you so much, buddy, for stopping by. Genuinely appreciate your support, as always. And, yeah, hopefully catch you on the stream, man. And we've also got your slope walls as well. A couple of variations on that as well. So yeah, the idea is this is going to be like your exterior garden type thing. And we've also got, I think, this is in. Yeah, so again, a cool looking dino gate, and we need to make a new gate for this, but at the moment that works as well. So you can even put that one in, but we are going to make another gate to go specifically with this. No worries, Mr. Curly. Thank you so much, buddy, for stopping by. Appreciate you, pal. But yeah, I think. Is that it, Crazy? Is that it? I feel like we've been streaming for I don't know how long. 3 hours. There's a Sarko there. Let's get rid of him. And this has been like 10 months worth of work. And it's all been shown off in a few hours. So yeah, oh yeah, pillars. Right, we've got a few pillars. Yeah, a few different varieties. Nothing too crazy. And then again, when the idea is when they're stacked, it covers this bit up, so this will be like kind of your end piece. There we go. Oh, Mean Ren, honestly, thank you so much for the $5. Genuinely appreciate it. So it's gonna run, but this mod would win mod of the year hands down if there was one. Great job. Ah, thank you so much, man. You're an absolute legend. Appreciate you, man, and thanks for sticking by us for the whole 3 hours and this muddled up like mess of a showcase. And yeah, appreciate the support, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So yeah. There's the pillars. Hey Fernandez, how you doing? How you feeling better as well? Hopefully you're feeling better, buddy. Couple more things, as Crazy mentioned. We do have stairways and everything for these as well, and that is the same for the quarters, the halves, all that kind of jazz. But we do have stairs. And again, they're very different in terms of they're more weathered to go alongside this stuff here as well. And the quarter walls work similar to the large walls, the large metal walls, whereby you've got a bottom, a middle, and a top. So you can cycle through the different variants to kind of build your wall up. So there's that kind of like your top, your middle, sorry, your top, your middle, and your bottom. So different varieties to kind of build up to the same level as your kind of as your wall. But yeah, I think, holy crap, I think in terms of showcasing where we are and what we've got, this is where we are. 5 weeks time should be released. We've got a bit more work to do on the courtyard. There's a few extra pieces that we've been working on that haven't made it in there yet, which again we'll showcase probably just before it's been released, to be honest with you. But yeah, as far as it goes, I think we are pretty much done, everyone. So yeah, I don't know what more to say other than thank you so much, everyone, man. It's been my pleasure showcasing this with you. As I said, really excited to get this out. Hopefully, you've all found it quite interesting, and you like what you see. Please give us your suggestions, your ideas, and your feedback in the Discord. Me and Crazy will obviously take that on board. It's really good to kind of get that, and I think this is kind of one of the real reasons why we do these showcases before it's released, because rather than releasing the product and then you just realising you don't like it, or there's certain things you'd like changed or added, if we can add it before it's released, makes life easier for everyone, I guess. But yeah, everyone seems to like it, which is nice. So I'm happy with that, Crazy. And yeah, I guess I need to say thank you to everyone who's donated tonight. There's been quite a few. So leave it with me. I need to say if YouTube's working, that is. It didn't do it last time. I don't know why it doesn't do that. I don't know why it misses out. It loses viewer activity for some reason. See if I can refresh. Yes, okay, sweet. So, huge thank you to the following. So, massive thanks to Mike's Gaming Oasis for the 5 gifted members. Crazy Respawn, 87 months as a member, and obviously my partner in crime when it comes to building these mods. White Knight for 65 months as a member. Thank you so much for that. Mike's Gaming Oasis gifting another $5. Thank you so much for that, buddy. Angel for the $5 donation. The Reverend with a 25. Thank you so much for that, pal. Also, Carleen Goodwill with a 20. Thank you so much for that. To Draco, 22 months as a member. And at the end there, Mean Ren leaving with a $5 donation as well. So thank you so much for that as well, Connor. Thank yous all enough. Again, I did say this earlier, but thanks to everyone who's watched from the start. And again, I do appreciate your feedback and your suggestions and your ideas. And I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much, everyone, for watching. And I will catch us all on the next stream. Bye, everyone.